Welcome to Fit for Start. Let's get started.
Now, wasn't that an exciting way to start an event? So good to see so many people in here. So welcome, everybody. Our fantastic guests at the front here, Sasha, our CEO. I want to say thank you to all of the coaches that have been through this program with us. There's going to be some very relaxed startups at the end of this, I think. It's the final pitching. It's the final lay it out there. Don't leave anything behind. But first of all, there's 4 people in this room, 4 very important people. I can't see them from here. We're going to call them our startup Jedis, right? If our 4 startup Jedis could identify themselves, you can leave the lights down, that's fine. Can we identify our 4 Jedis? There they are. These are the guys behind the scene that make it all happen. The startups who are going to pitch tonight, they are sick of seeing these guys. They are sick of seeing them. But we need them, right? Because these guys are going to run the next edition as well. So this evening, we're going to run through some pitches. We have a great keynote speaker. We have almost military timing. So our startups that are coming up, we're going to really keep an eye on the way that they're going to pitch. Then afterwards, we're going to have a big party to celebrate their achievements. So to get things running off, if I may, I'd like to call up Sasha, our CEO, who is going to give a welcoming address.
Thanks, David. It's lovely to be here. And first of all, I would like to thank our Minister of Research, Stefanie Oberta, who spontaneously suggested to join us this evening. So we're really proud to have you here and let you discover our startup world and our great startups that we have been supporting over the last 15 years now. So welcome to all of you, dear participants, partners, and guests. Welcome to this Fit for Start graduation event. Tonight actually marks the end of a journey, and it's also the beginning of another exciting one. So we're about to reveal the startups that have actually successfully completed their Fit for Start program. And it's not all of them, but we will send them off onto the next path of their development. So, dear Fit for Start participants, it was about a year ago when you were among the hundreds of talented entrepreneurs from all over the world who applied for the Fit for Start Edition 14. You made it through the pre-selection process, and you were amongst the 60 or so startups that then pitched in front of our jury at the occasion of the Luxembourg Venture Days that took place here in October last year. And I remember very much your excitement when you were called up on the stage without knowing beforehand whether you had been selected. So tonight, 15 out of the 20 that were selected have actually managed to complete the Fit for Start program. You have gone through 6 months of intense coaching. You have been spurred forward. You have been intensely challenged by our coaches and jury members. Fulfilling the objectives set out by the jury is a prerequisite for graduating. And that requires commitment, perseverance, and hard work. Not all of you have been able to make it, unfortunately. But we still believe that this challenging program has also helped those of you who didn't make it Help them by the fact that they have learned how to face difficulties. They have learned how to question themselves, and hopefully this will help them also come up with solutions at another stage of their journey. I strongly believe in that. Now, the Fit for Start jury is made up of key players in our startup ecosystem: serial entrepreneurs, investors, and others who are volunteering their time and their know-how to support you. So why are these busy people giving their time and investing efforts into Fit for Start and into the startups? And I think there are three main reasons. One, they have been successful themselves, and they have received support from the Luxembourg ecosystem. And now they want to give something back, and that means a lot. And secondly, they are truly passionate about innovation and entrepreneurship. And third, perhaps most importantly, they believe in you, the startups, and the value that you are creating. And so do we. And when I say we, I don't mean just Luxinnovation, I mean all of us who are behind this program. The Ministry of Economy, Technopar, the Luxembourg City Incubator, the Luxembourg Space Agency, Lux Provide, the Luxembourg House of Financial Technologies, and the Luxembourg House of Cybersecurity. We all know that you have the potential to grow, feed our ecosystem with new technology, create new business, generate new jobs, and, above all, have a positive impact on society. So tonight, we are not just going to look back on your Fit for Start achievements, but we are also going to be looking to the future. After going through the program, you have matured, and you are ready to take your business to a new level. You are looking for clients, for R&D partnerships, for use case opportunities, and some of you are looking for investors. And that's why it's a great privilege for us to have this event here at Nexus 2050, with so many highly qualified participants here in the audience, coming from well-established companies, corporates, government, research centers, and investors who are all here with us tonight. And I'd like to thank you for joining us. And I really hope that this event is going to be the start of many new, concrete, and fruitful partnerships. Now, cooperation can happen at many different levels, depending upon where a startup is in its journey. And it is a matter of finding the right fit. So it's really important that you take the opportunity here, after the graduation ceremony, to actually network and discuss and meet potential partners and friends. So as Innovation Agency, one of our main objectives is precisely to stimulate collaboration amongst many diverse actors who together can generate successful innovation projects. Innovation projects that succeed from a business perspective, but also contribute to creating a vibrant ecosystem here in Luxembourg. So it's thus extremely important for us to facilitate this interaction between startups and potential investors in Luxembourg. Now, although Luxembourg is a renowned financial center, and many investors actually have a strong foothold in our country in some form or another, it does so appear that the world of startups and that of the investors is not sufficiently well connected. It's not intertwined. And this is why we have joined forces with the Luxembourg Private Equity Association to hold the second edition of the Luxembourg Venture Days in Luxembourg in October this year. Our Crown Prince mentioned it this morning, and I hope to see many of you there too in October. Now, tonight we have the pleasure of having a great speaker with much experience in this field with us. Dan Schoen, founder and managing director of venture capital fund house Cycle Management, which invests in sustainable technology. Dan is an investor, a serial entrepreneur, a board member and a technology expert with a particular passion for deep tech. He will speak about the challenges and pitfalls that growing startups encounter, as well as keys to success. Now, from the conversations that I have been able to have with you, Dan, and your partner, Clelia Black, I was able to discover a deep passion for the potential Luxembourg has of being the place in Europe where startups from all over the world find a place to live and grow, a place where they are stimulated, connected, integrated, and a place that is truly European, which, in these times of disruption, is all the more precious. And I think Dan will challenge us with his insights and hopefully also trigger us into action to seize the opportunities that are right here before our eyes. So before leaving the stage for Dan, I'd like to express my warmest thanks to all the partners, as well as to the coaches and the jury members, and also my team at Luxinnovation, who have all contributed to this edition of Fit for Start. Without all of you, this Fit for Start would simply not be happening. So good luck to the startups. And Dan, the floor is yours.
So, I'll wait for the end of the jingle. And I cannot see the clock, so warn me when my time is over, please. So, thank you very much for that overview of the ecosystem. Also, oh, there's a clock. My name's Dan. Why am I speaking here? I'm like you in the mid of my journey. My title, that's not on here, is We're Just Getting Started. I think you can see that from the event and the setup. There's some things that still need to be fixed. There's some problems that need to be overcome. Maybe I'll start with my personal journey and tell you a little bit about myself, and then connect it to Luxembourg and maybe the potential that you can see in this place, and maybe things that we can connect about together. So I came to Luxembourg with an idea to set up a deep tech fund a few years back. I'm over the average time that an expat normally stays in Luxembourg. So I came end of 2015 with nothing more than an idea, and started a company here. Built that over a very burdensome process. I'm now running a venture capital fund in its second fund generation, investing in deep tech, in companies that develop and further core technologies for sustainable energy, for semiconductors, fuel cells, and others. Now, on my journey, I've been traveling around 32 countries in the world. I've been embedded in ecosystems in Singapore, in China, in India. And one thing about Luxembourg always has stood out, that people are, in German we say bodenständig, they're not overselling anything. They're really welcoming everyone with very open arms. They're very collaborative also, but they're doing it silently, and I think you can see that here too. It's very interesting that this event, and it's the first time this event is happening. I guess you can blame the air conditioning problems on that. You could also say that the Luxembourg startup system is heating up. I'm wondering how many here are already situated in Luxembourg, and how many are thinking about moving to Luxembourg to set up a company? Maybe, so I see if there's people in the audience that resonate with that idea already. You're in Luxembourg? Who's already in Luxembourg? Oh, quite a lot. And who is, at the moment, considering setting up their headquarters in Luxembourg? Oh, there's a couple. So, okay, so this one's for you. So what the interesting thing, what you don't see, it's not very transparent. There's so many different institutions, there's so many things going on in Luxembourg. It's not as connected as other places, as New York, as London, where you ask one person and they will pinpoint you to the right directions. This is much more difficult in Luxembourg because all the players in Luxembourg are not as tightly connected to each other. And I think one of the things I wanted to address the audience, all you guys that raised their hand that you are in Luxembourg, I think we have to share more interactively with others what can be done here. So Luxembourg obviously is a good place for taxation, it's a good place for legal security, there's a lot of regulation that's helpful for financial companies, but there's a lot of research going on in Luxembourg that Luxembourg has built up in a very short time frame. At the moment, the outside view on Luxembourg is that it's a financial hub. But I would say the first flexible thing that Luxembourg has done is transition from a mining place to a financial hub. But it's not the last thing Luxembourg will do. So as you know, the government is trying to go over 1 million of residents in Luxembourg. It's growing. There's a lot of investment. You can see it in this event. There's a lot of good spirit around situating deep tech, situating technology companies here. And Luxembourg is attracting talent from all over Europe and globally, hopefully so soon too. Now, when you look at Luxembourg, the thing is, this is not your final destination as an entrepreneur. Maybe as a family, maybe as a founder, it could be, as it is for me. But it's an interesting bridge point for companies from abroad to sell into the European markets. But for European companies as well, if you situate it in Luxembourg, you can reach most of the people here speak 6 or 7 or 8 languages, like my wife. Not like me, I'm German, so I'm barely navigating the English. But the interesting thing is that when you operate out of Luxembourg, if you operate out of Singapore, it's similar, you're forced to think international. You cannot just think locally. So I think the potential of Luxembourg is just unfolding. Maybe, are there any deep tech founders in the room that are doing something with semiconductors or advanced technologies like this? Any hands? No? Yes, there. So, I mean, we have lists here that does a lot of things that are not really visible, the Luxembourg Institute for Sustainability and Technology, but we also have surrounding ecosystems that are very, very close. Within 3 hours driving range of Luxembourg, you can reach Fraunhofer Institute, the German Center for Artificial Intelligence, there's the Belgian Research Center, IMEC, for semiconductor research. So there's a lot of things, and Paris, of course. So there's a lot actually in our close vicinity that can be utilized. When you're getting started, I mean, for the startups here, I wanted to spend a little bit of time on reminding you where you stand and reminding myself where I stand. We're just in the middle. We're just getting started. The interesting thing about these prizes and these events is you have to prepare. You have to. It actually gives you time to reflect on how far you've come, where you want to go, refine your message. But as helpful as all of this is, it's of course only the beginning for you guys, and it gets harder. I just want to give you a little bit of a warning. These prizes in the beginning, these competitions, are really good to force you to narrow your path and refine your message. But then there's a difficult time where you really have to hit the market. You have to go out and speak to customers. You have to win customers. You have to retain employees. There's going to be times where you run out of cash and you have to find investors. One of the warnings I want to give you and ground you a little bit about is all of this looks very, very cozy. You have House of Finance, you have House of Sustainability, and there's a lot of great work that the Luxembourg government is putting in to help in this early, brittle, inceptive stage. But at one point you have to, in German we say, keine Strategie überlebt den Feindkontakt. No strategy survives you hitting the enemy. So you have to hit the enemy at one point. You have to face the customers. You have to learn by heart over rejection of the investors, rejection by customers. And one of the things that is difficult in Luxembourg, and this is something I'm also trying the audience, like all of you, to involve you a little bit, I think the difficulty is here we don't speak about these things. There's not so much, there's a lot of social cohesion in Luxembourg because of the high salary rate, because of free transport. Society as such functions extremely well in Luxembourg. But the startup ecosystem is a bit misunderstood. You are the ones taking the big risks. You are the ones driving the value in society. But it's very unthankful. No one, your parents will say, why are you doing this? Your spouse might say, why are you doing this? And you will not get a lot of, it's a very lonely journey. So one of the things that is missing here, and I think it's up to us to reach out to each other, is to connect to people to give you a helping hand. I myself, I cried in staircases. I had difficulties retaining talent, getting talent, convincing investors, convincing customers. It's very difficult, and it's a very misunderstood journey. At the end, it all looks like an overnight success, but the journey there is really, really a hard one. So if you want to get there, it's really good to invest a little bit into that network, or as much as you can, in good people that give you hard advice. Not the ones that cheer you up for, yeah, you're doing this and you're going to be rich. No, people that really listen to what you want to do and give you competent, hard advice. Now, this said, when you know about the Luxembourg ecosystem, you will find people here in the finance industry, but if you're doing something else, you need to reach out to other people. And you can reach out to other people from all around the world. So in our case, I was lucky to find several mentors that have been horrendously stressful in my life. They've bashed basically pretty much all my initial ideas, but they helped me to grow. I think this is something that is really missing. You can attract people easily to help you on the sidelines to do this, but this is something you have to be aware of when you start in Luxembourg. Try to get people that are in your field, really good mentors to help you, because it's going to be a lonely, long journey, and if you don't get that feedback early in the journey, you're going to face it later after you've burned the investor capital, and that's going to be very, very difficult. So these are the messages I roughly wanted to give you. If you want to reach out to me or some of the team, if you're doing something in sustainability and deep tech, feel free. I'm really looking forward to the winners or the graduates of this round, and I'm wishing everyone a lot of luck and resilience, because this is a journey that at the end, for the ones that make it, will look easy, but everyone that goes through that journey knows that it's not. And if you need help, in any case, reach out to your friends. Normally, when you show vulnerability, people tend to help you. And I think this is something that we're not used to, because most of the times when we're employed, we separate the private and the business life. But as founders, for you, it's a union. It's one and the same. So go and connect to people to help you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those very thought-provoking insights. And I think sometimes we need people to tell us that it's not always your friends that give you the best advice, right? You made me think of something there when you were saying Luxembourg is a financial institution, financial fintechs. Can we maybe have a show of hands of people who are fintechs, just to see what the distribution is? Who's a fintech in here? There you go, Dan. Two fintechs. So we certainly are diversifying. But very, very, very interesting. Thank you so much for that. So now then, right, this is where we get on to the serious stuff. We've seen the work that's been done. We've seen the importance of that work that's been done as well, right? I mean, we have some fun because it's the last day, but there's been an awful lot of work going on behind this by an awful lot of people. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hear the final pitches of those people. And I need everybody here to be really, really, really kind of noisy, right? I want you to get involved with this. When we call up a startup, I want to hear you screaming, shouting, gnashing your teeth, whatever it does. We need to support these guys and show them, what they've done is important. They have 2 minutes to pitch, 2 minutes each. In between each pitch, there is 30 seconds. Are you listening to me, my friends who are going to pitch? There is 30 seconds. If you go over time, you will be in trouble. There won't be any spare time. So that's enough of that. That's from me. We're going to get on with it. So the 3 verticals that we did through this 14th edition was digital, health tech, and space. We're not going to bring them up in blocks. We're going to bring them up a little bit differently. We're going to mix and match to keep things a little bit more exciting. So the first person that I'm going to bring up here is Arman. He's from our digital vertical. And the company, the startup, is called Capital. Arman, you have 2 minutes and not a second longer.
Getting started. How's this? Perfect. I can see the clock's already started, so I'll get started straight away. Hello everyone, my name's Armin. I'm the co-founder at Capital, and what we do is we unlock private market transactions. As many of you know, independent wealth and asset managers want to unlock private market transactions, but there's a lot of cost and complexity to do that. If we are to truly unlock the private market assets, we need the same level of infrastructure that we see in public equity and public debt, but for private debt, private equity, and real-world assets. To be honest, that's not the case today. The steps between the independent asset manager and the asset that they want to structure are multiple intermediaries which add layers of cost and complexity, meaning that the investments don't even get structured. At Capital, we're working to solve that by providing a single platform which embeds legal, accounting, administration, banking into a single source, reducing costs, reducing complexity so those transactions get made. On average, we save our customers 35% on structuring costs so they can focus more time on their clients and the deals that they're structuring. Today, we structure 3 different types of products: single asset, multi-asset, and feeder funds. We're able to even make these what we call over-the-counter or clearable. So all these products can have an ISIN number attached to them and can be bought directly from the clearinghouse of choice, whether that's Euroclear, Clearstream, SIX, and so on. On average, our customers are structuring 2 products per year in the first year, capturing 400,000 in additional revenue that they wouldn't have otherwise captured if it wasn't for us. We're able to do this because we have a digitalized platform which is fully white labeled for you and your fund. We have KYC, subscription, capital calls, and tax reporting all embedded into the platform. The work of what 10 people do, we do for 1 with an account manager. And last but not least, whatever your dream is, whatever complex transaction you have, our platform can support it. From the agents to the fees to the tax treatment, the platform is fully automated in that front. Capital is a single platform to power your private market transactions. If you want to talk to me, you can find myself or Cami over there, and we'd be happy to book a demo. Thank you.
Arman, you can relax now, man. We should have a case of beer down here for everybody who's just pitched. That's amazing. And you were in time, right? Bang on, fantastic. Okay, let's get on with the next one. We had 30 seconds, and I'm going to be the first person to adhere to that. The next person is from our digital vertical as well. It's Roberto from Mon 5. Here he comes, Roberto.
Thank you.
Kill it, man.
Start the timer. Yeah. When I got on stage. So when I got on stage, it was 1:39.
Oh.
So I was like, oh.
Dear Roberto from Mon 5, we protect your machinery from industrial cyber attack. Every day, even now, while we are speaking, somebody is hacking our company. Their goal is to steal the secret and to stop the operation in order to ask for money. In particular, we are specialized in industrial cyber attack. It's a new topic where hackers are specializing. Their goal, as I said, is to stop the business continuity and take out the secret from our company. How we protect the company? We develop a special system just for industrial, so it means that we protect hardware, operational technology, OT. How we do it? We monitor every day what each device, what each PLC is doing, and we protect it, activating defense in case of attack. We started 1 year ago. We already have some good traction and good player. thanks to the Fit for Start program, we have been able to grow, to increase and focus the model. And we are really proud to work for Leonardo, Atlantica, and been signing new type of partnership for reseller. We are looking to keep growing and looking for an investment round of 600K in order to expand the team, grow the customer, but mainly to keep protecting the company that every day produce, that every day work, that every day develop new products. They need to be protected. Thank you. Hope to work with all of you.
Roberto, thank you for that. How are we doing so far? Are we okay with this? Is it going fast enough? Come on. Show these guys that you're here. Okay, we've done 2. We've got 14 to go. Who's counting them? Nobody. I'm not going to make you wait any longer, don't worry. Okay, so the next one, again from our digital vertical, it's Angelica who's representing ErdLab. Angelica, come on.
To improve our living standards while benefiting the planet. Currently, the European construction sector needs to reduce their CO2 emissions by 64%, while 11% of the global CO2 emissions is caused by the construction materials such as ceramic bricks or concrete blocks. So here comes the question, do we need more construction materials? And the answer is yes, but the new generation of construction materials. At ErdLab, we are using raw clay and mixing it with our 95% bio-based additives and 3D print Erd brick, which is sustainable, has a great acoustic performance, can self-regulate humidity level in the air, and we can provide your custom-made design. And this is just one brick, so imagine a wall made full of bricks at your home, in your office, or at school your kids attend. And all of this provided with 72% less CO2 in comparison to classic ceramic materials. We already have our first 2 clients, so secure your spot on our waiting list at erdlab.com.
Thank you, Angelica. Thank you, Angelica. That's really quite incredible technologies that we're seeing up here. How do we find the coaches to look after these people? Where do we go to find them? Incredible. I'm just patting our own back there. This is quite a good deal. So my next startup, Invitrolize. This is from our health vertical, our first health tech, and we're going to binom it, if that's the right word. 2 people coming up on the stage. There's Arno and Sabina. Invitrolize. 2 minutes are for you.
Moin. Welcome to the born and raised in Luxembourg Invitrolize.
The chemical induced respiratory sensitization is affecting a lot of people globally. There are hundreds of millions of people who are affected by asthma, respiratory allergies, and the industry has no validated method to assess the potential hazard of some chemicals.
My name is Arno Gutleb. I am the founder of Invitrolize.
I'm Sabina Burla. I am Chief Scientific Officer of Invitrolize.
And we aim to become the gold standard in the industry to help to identify respiratory sensitizers.
AliSense is a patented cell culture model, therefore we are not using animals to assess for the risk of chemicals. Also, we are now in the process of international standardization, which we have started at the OECD level.
We have already clients from tobacco industry, chemical industry, pharma, consumer care products. That is a weird presentation.
I think we should go back 1 slide.
We have clients. And we finish. We are 50 seconds ahead of schedule.
It has to happen to somebody. It has to happen to somebody. And that means we have something for the blooper reel as well. Okay, we're getting more and more people in this room. This is fantastic. So who came from outside of Luxembourg? Let's see you over here. Who went on the pub crawl last night? More people went on the pub crawl than came from out of Luxembourg. That's interesting. Okay. All right, let's carry on. Our next startup is from the space vertical. Macy, is that right? Macy? Mache, excuse me. From Beyond X. Come on, 2 minutes. Mache from Beyond X in our space vertical.
The AI revolution is upon us, affecting everyone. But what if you could harness the same AI power to revolutionize your business with space data? What if you could turn it into clear and actionable insights with just a simple question? We are making it happen. Companies are missing out on these incredible insights because it's of merging satellite data with other sources, because it's traditionally complex and costly. Enter BeyondX. Our unique platform uses the latest advancements in AI to turn space data into natural language interactions. Simply ask a question, get back maps, graphs, comparisons, all in the language you understand.
Whether you are looking for the right satellite imagery, monitoring the environment, comparing historical data, assessing the supply chain, detecting risks like deforestation, planning a new development, or detecting strategical objects and unusual activities, BeyondX puts the power of space data into your hands. We are defining geospatial intelligence for AI, making it accessible and user-friendly. The result? Unlocked value in a sector ripe for innovation. Don't miss out on the opportunity to revolutionize your business with BeyondX. We're launching soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, gentlemen. My apologies, I didn't see underneath. I was so busy about your pronunciation. Marches and Bartos, our two guys from BeyondX. And our first space vertical. We're getting there slowly, right? Okay, the next person I'd like to call up on stage is Vitaly. Do we have a Vitaly over here? Yes, from Climate.
Good evening, everyone. Baillie from Climate Camp, and we are the most collaborative sustainability platform for businesses to achieve their sustainability goals faster and to efficiently collaborate within a food and beverage value chain. Think about your favorite drink or snack. It could be a beer, but I'll take chocolate. Now, think about the carbon emissions of it. And it turns out that the carbon emissions of any product is 11 times bigger in the supply chain part of it than in manufacturers' direct emissions or impact. And we help companies locate these emissions, get accurate data about them, and actively reduce them at scale. And the companies who embrace this collaborative approach actually get faster to their objectives, cut carbon-related costs, they can make money from sustainable products, and they also can comply with regulations. And we've launched Climate Camp as a collaborative platform to help companies connect and easily assess their suppliers, share all the data across the value chain, and start reducing the various impacts together. And from the first day, companies can easily find thousands of suppliers on the platform. So think of it as a LinkedIn for sustainability data. They can know then where they are on their trajectory, and they start actually acting by choosing to sustainable and switching to sustainable products. Our firm belief that every single company globally will need to adopt this collaborative approach, and our ambitions are high, to equip 1 million companies with technology that will help them get to their objectives faster. And how we do it? So we actually make it free for companies to collaborate and exchange data, And then by knowing this, we'll know exactly what the market needs, and we launch and release unique technology to address the specific needs with their paid modules. And it works. We've seen it over the months. We have 380 companies collaborating, and we increase and start converting more and more of them. So if you are a company that is active and wants to engage in these matters with their supply chain, join the 25. Correction, 26th. We actually signed half an hour ago another customer, so thanks for the sales team, and cheers to all the team, the Climate Camp in the room. Thank you.
Great pitch. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we're almost there. I think we have something like 12 left for people who are counting with us. I'm going to need all of you to help me right at the end of this. We have something to close this that is going to be quite fun. Our next person pitching is Rudder, all the way from Japan, in the space vertical, Thermalytica. Rudder, you, sir.
So we are Thermalytica. At Thermalytica, we are all about creating sustainable futures through materials innovation. So the global average temperature for the past 12 consecutive months have reached record highs. So without any ambiguity, we are already in the beginning of global boiling. So to tackle global boiling, our efforts focus on two areas. The first one is to facilitate with the transition from using fossil fuel to renewable energy. And the next one is, of course, about implementing energy-saving technology. So in 2009, I received my PhD degree from material science from Imperial College London. And since then, I have dedicated 20 years of my career for the development of this material. 3 years ago, I started the company Thermalytica based on our innovation. So let me demonstrate with this short video clip. Here on my hand, I placed 2 millimeters thick of Tesa powder. You can see that it can shield my hand from a torch with a flame temperature of around 1300 centigrade. Already in Japan, we have commercialized this in the form of insulation pan for housing, helping buildings reducing their energy consumption associated with heating in the wintertime and also cooling in the summer. Right from the beginning, we know that this material is a versatile application. Can be, a versatile technology, can be applied for different applications, ranging from -253 centigrade for liquid hydrogen logistics, all the way to 1300 for space and also defense applications. So last year, we got selected by F4Star, and it was the year that we went abroad. So right now, we are actually incorporating our subsidiary in Luxembourg. In Japan, we have a team. We are a team of 14 members, and hopefully over the next few years, we will be also growing our team here in Luxembourg. So this is my last slide. This is a call to action. We are actually in the process of fundraising 3 million euros. So if you are interested, please come to talk to me. Thank you.
Rudder, a great pitch as always. And I need to tell you something. I've actually visited his laboratory. That video, I didn't actually do that, but something similar to it. It is that. There's no trickery in that. There's no AI in that. And you can see he doesn't have any blistered hands. It's really quite a phenomenal thing. So the next person, Laura, in our digital vertical from Relay Energy. Laura.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Relay. We are revolutionizing the way we operate energy storage in the renewable energy field. Energy operators are currently losing more than 40% in profits, only due to a poor battery operation. And that is why we created our software. With our software, we can optimize the operation of batteries. We can extend the lifetime up to 35%, while at the same time increasing profits up to 70%, while reducing carbon emission of batteries up to 35%. With our software, we don't only optimize the real-time profits, but we have a look at all the longevity of the battery and the long-term profits of the battery. On the other side, we do not only analyze data, but we actually use this data and we turn it into actionable insights for operating the battery in the best way possible. We are three co-founders. We had experience in the energy field for more than 6 years. We all came from a background in energy utilities companies, so big energy companies, but also from startups working on energy storage. At the moment, we have successfully deployed 3 pilot projects. We have 2 pilot customers, and we have a patent pending and more than 10 customers in our pipeline. Finally, at the moment, we're looking for 250,000 euros or an angel round to close after the summer. And then after that, a round of 2.5 million that will bring us a revenue of 3 million in 2026. Our goal in Rely is to unlock the full potential of renewable energy assets and especially energy storage. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Fantastic. Everybody is so bang on time. You even have 6 seconds left if you want to sing us a little song. That's amazing. Okay. Getting out of breath now, all these stairs, running up and down. Okay, so our next person that we have up here, again from our digital vertical, we're going to call up Robert. Robert is from Safe AI. Can we see Robert here? Am I going too fast for you, Robert? Here he comes. We saw there was a little bit of a bug on the last slides as well, but, you know, let's pay no attention to it. I won't say anything if you don't. So who's ready for the after party? So there'll be plenty left for me then with that kind of noise, right? Come on. After party, come on. All right, here he comes. Robert from Safe AI.
Hi, I'm Robert from Safe AI. I'm going to introduce our company and the technology with 3 topics. What does this look like? It looks like constellation. No, it's just a woman's face, anonymized data. And as you can see, we specialize in innovate Vision AI, specialized in anonymized data that addresses GDPR compliance. The second one is data. We increasingly prefer to keep our information, and we are not willing to share our information to others, but AI needs more data to develop itself. So some of the companies spend a lot of money to make up these differences, but we make up with our synthetic data generation technologies. So we created an advanced AI model without any privacy issues. The last one is this one, the Earth. With the synthetic data generation technology and anonymization data tech, we solve everything, and we can explain depends on distance between a camera and objects. Even if we use common camera like CCTV, we have a Safe Eye, and we use camera on the satellites, then we have also Safe Viewer for safe satellite data. Thanks to FIFOR, we have a lot of keywords related to us. So if you need more, if you want to know more about us, then please capture this image. And thank you, FIFOR, and especially thank you for KIC Europe for supporting us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, a great pitch and smang on time. So I was just talking about an after party, and there was a really kind of limited response. So I've decided to do something really quickly here. I'm going to bring up our Fit for boys. Fit for team boys, would you like to come up here? Show your faces. Motivate these people. Come on. Big round of applause for these people. Come on. So now you know who to get in touch with during the after event. Thanks, guys. You're doing a great job. And now it's me who's over time. So our next person I'm going to call up is Alina from our health tech vertical from a company called SciTech VR. Alina, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alina. I'm EU market leader for SciTech VR. We all are living in a world where millions of people suffer from mental health issues. And we invent at SciTech VR something truly innovative. Our product is targeting fears, phobias, PTSD, and other psychological diseases. We are addressing the needs of lack of accessibility and availability of mental health professionals. In the meantime, the number of people who suffer from mental diseases are growing year on year. We are virtual reality-based solution for trainings, micro-trainings, that you do guiding your psychiatrist or psychologist. We are immersive, remote, safe, and the technology is proven itself as we already have over 100 clients all over the globe. And we have a best-in-the-world advisory board with a key psychiatrist and psychologist. We started our journey here in Europe with Fit for Start and happily graduating today. And we would like to welcome you to join us in our journey to revolutionize mental health with us. We are looking for partners and investors.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So who else is looking for investors? Anybody looking for investors? So people shy. Over there, we need an investor. Who's looking for partners? I mean working partners, right? Not partners. Let's do something else. Okay, so next one from our space vertical. We have Marwin from Symbiose Management. Marwin from Symbiose Management. All yours, sir.
Everyone, I'm very pleased to be here today. I'm Marwan Nefati, CEO of Symbiose Management. Today, our mission is to do the symbiosis between space, nature, and finance in order to revolutionize forest investments with an accurate pricing methodology, which include climate change risks. Why are we doing that? Because forests are assets. They are assets owned by private bank, pension funds, insurance, and those assets are actually at risk because of climate change. Actually, maybe you're hot today, especially here with no AC, but basically in Luxembourg, the forests also are pretty hot. And we have recognized that now like 25,000 of hectares in Luxembourg are in critical situation due to climate change, and the cost to restore it is actually huge. This problem is across the borders, and this is a global issue. This is why we're here to secure forest capitals. Our solution is using Earth observation in order to characterize forest ecosystem with Earth observation and data fusion, which in order to fuel our dynamics risk assessments with our climate risk models and a propagation view of the forest in 5, 7 years, 10 years with the climate change risk and scenarios in order to deliver a fair pricing of the forest, a discounted view, including the ecosystem services, the carbon, the biodiversity. Then we don't deliver like the flood of data. We deliver like through generative AI, some customized and actionable recommendation for the private forest owners, people like you and me or pension funds, in order to optimize the risk-return profiles. So basically, we are unique. Again, we are doing a parallel with our background from a financial structured product analysis that we have done from the past in order to reapply it for a forest ecosystem. We have a chance here in Luxembourg to be supported to the Meluxina HPC in order to use it in order to do the advanced data fusion with multiple data sources like hyperspectral or LIDAR, and using ground data also. The product is pretty, the market is pretty vast, and therefore we could explain it a little bit more from a top-down analysis. But right now, we are looking for a seed round. We are raising actually 400K. It's in order to do a capital amplification. So if you're looking to get impactful with us, please scan this QR code, and happy to discuss about our go-to-market, and happy to be here together. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm really quite disappointed, actually. I was sure you were going to go over time. You were going to be the first person to get cut off. It didn't happen. Oh, well. That's something else they get taught during this program. It's to be really kind of respectful of everything that's going on. Time, engagements. Engagements are a very strong part of this program as well. So our next person, again from the digital vertical, a company called Trace Crystal. I'd like to welcome Hakam up here.
Okay, hello everyone. We are Trace Crystal, and the problem that we're trying to solve is counterfeits. Counterfeiting is a very serious threat. In 2019, the volume of trade in counterfeits was $464 billion. This is the GDP of Belgium. 1 in every 20 imported product into Europe is fake. So the question is, why the problem is still unsolved? Well, there are several reasons. If you consider the traditional solutions that we know, QR codes, RFIDs, or holograms, they can be easily copied or falsified. Additionally, as the technology advances, counterfeiters are becoming more skilled and equipped with better tools in order to fool us. And finally, most of these kind of applications are limited in their solutions are limited in their applications. So this is why we at Trace Crystal decided to put forward a better solution called the Caesar tags. Each tag is made from these small microscopical spheres that, when put together, generate a unique optical pattern that is unclonable. Not even we can make a second copy. The best thing about the tag is that they're versatile in their application. They can be durably integrated into the physical product, making them the perfect secure link between any physical object and its digital twin. And finally, in order to use the tag, we have a robust and simple readout which differentiates us from most of the competitions out there. So currently, we're welcoming and inviting investors, visionaries, and early adopters to become part of the solution and empower us in order to expand to all the potential market segments that are suffering from counterfeits. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We're almost there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 to go. And then it's the exciting who has graduated time. So our next person, again from digital vertical, I would like to ask Arnaud to come up here, who's representing Athena Studios. Arnaud?
Hello, everyone. Hope you're still awake. So we're going to talk about fashion. So fashion companies today face 2 big challenges. There's pressure on margins on the one hand, and pressure to reduce their ecological footprint on the other hand. Now, over 80% of the financial and ecological footprint in fashion is actually determined in the early phases of product development. And what's interesting is that brands today don't measure or optimize in the traditional creative process, missing out on substantial savings. So my name is Arnaud Butjens. I'm a machine learning engineer and a co-founder of Athena Studio. And we started Athena Studio because we saw this big challenge for fashion companies. And on top of that, the challenge for our planet, frankly. So you may ask now, what is the actual impact on this? Well, there's many impacts. First of all, brands who don't use data, don't take this into account, on the one hand, miss out on roughly 50 million of savings for every billion of sales they do. There's substantial time lost, as 40% of new styles designed typically need to be discarded because they, in the end, are not financially feasible. And finally, they miss out on substantial environmental savings, as there is typically a 20% reduction in CO2 footprint that can be achieved just by being smarter about decisions. So at Athena Studio, what we do is we've designed software for fashion product teams that helps people really take smarter decisions on materials and supply chain. And at Athena Studio, we make sure the design meets data. If you're active in the fashion space, please find me afterwards. Happy to catch up. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Arno. Another fantastic pitch. We're almost at the end now, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see the amount of diversity that we have in these startups? I mean, it's digital, right? What is that? So many different things in there, so many different possibilities, endless ideas. And I'm just talking to make this last longer. But this is our last pitch. I'm going to invite Sam from the space vertical from Uplift 360. Sam, let's finish this.
Thank you for that warm welcome. I'm Sam Staincliffe. I am the Chief Technology Officer and co-founder of Uplift 360. Uplift 360 is a deep tech company developing chemical technology to recycle advanced materials. So by advanced materials, I mean the likes of carbon fiber composites, ultra-high molecular weight polyethylenes, Kevlar. These are incredible materials, and they are used extensively across our world. We're producing around 12.7 million tons of them each year. But when we're finished, the majority of them go to landfill or incineration. That equates to 85 billion euros worth of material going to landfill or incineration every year. We're changing that. We've developed two highly novel chemical technologies that allow us to extract high-value materials from end-of-life product, recycle them, and get them back into the high-value supply chain. So what makes us game-changing? Well, we're operating with low-impact chemicals. We're working at low temperatures, and our technology is highly applicable to a wide range of materials. This makes us low cost. So we're generating revenue from waste. We're creating a more resilient European supply chain, and we're lowering carbon footprint. So our ask, we're about to close out our 1.5 million seed round. We're fully committed, but we still would be very interested in talking to Luxembourgish angel investors and European VCs. We're always open to collaborations and partnerships. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Sam Staincliffe.
Well done, Sam. You killed that one. Okay, that was 14 pitches. What do we feel about them? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, now it's the kind of the award ceremony. So I'm going to invite some people up here. First of all, Sasha, if you'd like to come up here and join us. Sasha Baillie. I would like to also invite Michele Gallo up here. Michele Gallo is responsible for the digital vertical from the Ministry of the Economy. You can applaud for him too. Then I'd like to invite up here Ahmed Ali from the Luxembourg Space Agency. Goes without saying, that's the space vertical. And finally, I'd like to invite up here Carol Bruckler from the Ministry of the Economy as well. Here she comes. And now what we're going to do is invite each one of these people responsible for those verticals to announce the names of the people and present them with a little trophy. We'll start with yourself, Michele, if you don't mind.
So I have the pleasure to start with digital graduates from this 14th edition of Fit for Start. I have to say, Sasha, first of all, thank you very much at Luxinnovation for organizing this Fit for Start. You're doing it in an incredible way. And I think over the years, it has become more and more professional. We have better companies, and we can really see the effect of these programs on the ecosystem. So thank you very much. But the most important is the startups are here, very impressed by the variety of technologies in the digital field. And I would like to call here on stage for the graduation, one by one. First, Mon 5. Congratulations.
Do you want to do it, Tim, or do you want me to?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Second one, second graduate from the digital side, Capital. Please come over. Well done. So the next one, congratulations to Athena Studios. Please come over here. Well done. I have the longest list here on digital. So number 4, Safe AI from Korea. Come over, please. Congratulations. And then another graduate of this edition, Climate Camp. Well done. Three left to go. The next one is Rely Energy. Well done. Another graduate of this edition, Trace Crystal. And here we get to the last one for this digital track. I'm very glad to call on stage Earth Lab that graduated as well for this 14th edition.
Congratulations, everybody. Could I ask all of our digital guys to go over that side, maybe? If you don't mind. And be careful not to fall over the back of here. Fantastic. So many people. It's so exciting. You'll be soon, Carol. Ahmed, you're next. The graduates from our space vertical.
Time for space. I'm happy to announce the graduation of Uplift 360. Congratulations. Congratulations as well to Beyond X. Last but not least, Thermalytica. Congratulations. and symbiose management. Congratulations.
And to finish it all up, Carol, the most important vertical, right?
And bringing up to Ria, we starting the graduation for the health tech with in vitro lice. Please come to the stage. And the next one on stage is SciTech via Alina. Congratulations. Your award is coming. And for the ones of you that have been counting, that's 14. Number 15 is Sonia. They have also graduated but can't be here today. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, everybody. It's done. That wasn't me. Okay, we have a little announcement, and I need you guys to help me with this one, all right? And before we take this wonderful family picture of everybody. So, number 14 done, right? So what comes after 14? They're here. They are. Sasha, they're here. We invited the good ones tonight. So, once again, we're going to open up the Fit for Start with 3 tracks: digital, health tech, and space. You could be setting up here next year. 6 months of coaching, as well as up to 150,000 euros of equity-free funding. The call will be open until the 12th of August, but I'm sure most of you have registered for the pre-registration already, right? The pitching sessions will be in October at the Venture Days, as it was last year. We're going to bring a QR code up in a minute for you to register on. But before we do that, we're going to do a countdown, if we may. How's people at shouting? How's people at shouting? Yay, people at shouting. Okay, are you ready? On a countdown, here we go. I want to hear everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! And now we should see our Fit for Start kickoff. Congratulations to everybody on the stage. Thank you to everybody involved. We're going to be taking a few pictures up here now, so a couple of family photos. There is an after work. I'm so formatted. There is an after event that's going to happen. Try and squish in up here. We'll try and take some silly pictures. There's an after event. It's going to be on in the Speakers Lounge. Does everybody know where the Speakers Lounge is? Yes, no, indifferent. Speakers Lounge? Yes. Okay, can we see everybody? You can all do something silly. Pretend you're having fun. Can see you all here. Graduated. Here's our guys, Fit for Start. Number 14. Now we're going to take a couple of family photos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to round off this event this evening. Are we good? We're all good. Okay, are we ready? We need to give it a big hula for the pictures. Don't go anywhere, Rudder. I could see you sneaking out of there. Come on, here we go. Let's take some of those beautiful pictures. Arms up in the air. Come on, let's give it some shaking. Here we go. Yay. Fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Have we done all the pictures we need? Comms team, are we happy? Alles andere. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here, and we'll see you all for a nice cold beer.